if we think about what stops students or clients from getting, from finishing the course and getting an outcome, there's a whole lot of different categories, right? You're basically, the course content is either good or it's not good. The actual technology platform, it's either good or it's not good. The experience of the student, because most all students or most all individuals are not good at technology. So when they enter in, can they find out where they were, where they are, where they need to go? So their actual experience inside the platform, and then how you actually bring them through with leaderboards, point scoring, gamification, and also how you reward them at the end with a digital badge. So all those components sort of all come together, along with a lot of other stuff, but that friction part is the one thing that we spoke about. And I think if I can share a few slides that I use in a lot of the presentations I do, that's going to get us into the granular level so people can actually get an outcome from spending 25 minutes with us, right? Like my only objective in everything I do now online is, are they going to get an outcome? Are the people watching you and I right now, Liam, when they walk away 25 minutes from now or 20 minutes from now, will they be like, wow, that was 25 minutes. I checked that off of my internal 25 minutes. That's gone. I'm never getting that back again. Was it worth it? How are they going to measure was it worth it? Was there at least one concept or idea that they can actually put to use to make an impact on their students and on their business? That's it. Everything else is, well, I guess entertainment value, but that's not, we're in business. So we're talking about, can we create a student outcome for the people that are on this call? So let me go in here and share my screen.
And I think that just as you're preparing that, I think that's something really important for everyone watching to understand, that you want, to get your students' results and on a regular basis, so that if you're looking for that recurring revenue, so people are paying every month, you want to make sure that they're at least heading towards that final outcome, and there's maybe little milestones or checkpoints along the road so that they can see that they're making progress, and they're getting those small wins to the ultimate outcome that you're providing your members.
Yeah, and what you just mentioned on is critically important too, to stitch together. So there's a couple different ways that we teach, right? So one, straight up courses, any type of courses. It could be like a 4-module sprint course. It can be a more in-depth course, like 10 or 15 modules. It can be at the certification level, which is at the higher level. It could be a train-the-trainer, which you're actually empowering people to get into business at even a higher level. So that stepping ladder that's one concept of training. There's a beginning and there's an end to everything, to every one of those courses. The other, as you just mentioned, is in a membership site. And this is where people completely miss the mark, because there's no concept of student outcome. It's just about, am I adding more content every month to justify them spending the money? And basically the check mark is there enough stuff being put in every month? So when they log in, they're like, oh, there's a lot of stuff. It's worth the $97 or the $297 that month. And that's not how you're going to actually extend the average life cycle of a continuity program is 3.4 months. It's not by adding more stuff. It's not even by adding better stuff. It's by actually focusing on a student outcome and trying to figure out a way, how do you take something that's monthly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and string together a narrow pathway so that that person can actually get an outcome. It's sort of like the example of walking into Walmart and it's a 100,000-foot superstore and all the information's there, but it's a difficult task for the person in there to sort of navigate to get what he needs, or versus walking into IKEA, which I believe you're in Sweden, and that's a great Swedish company. But that pathway it's continually optimized globally by that organization. They're watching every footstep to maximize that student outcome, and they're taking you through a pathway that's great for the purchaser and it's great for them. And so that's what we need to figure out is, okay, in a monthly continuity, how do we, even though it's just monthly stuff coming, how do we string together something that's going to have a progression so people can keep saying, hey, I'm getting an outcome, I'm getting an outcome, and there's no reason to not stay in the continuity for 12 months, 24 months. And that's going to radically change everyone's business, because it takes you out of this, which is unfortunately what most of the people in the online education space are in. And this little rat running on this thing is because the business model is you're in the attrition versus retention model. You're just trying to bring clients in faster than you're losing them. And that's not a good model. And that's like, not only does it look like this, but it feels like that as a business owner. And even if you scale from doing 10,000 a month to 100,000 a month to, you know, hundreds of thousands a month, all you're doing is scaling a low margin business. And it's stressful the entire way, even if you get north of 10 million. Because the minute you stop bringing in clients, your business starts going backwards. That's not cool. So this is the rate, you know, roughly 3 months for people sticking for continuity. This is the rate for actual courses, which is it's a disaster. It's only 3% of the people in business opportunity courses finish. And the MOOCs, Harvard, Yale is like 4 to 6%. Udemy is around 8% of the people finish, and personal development is like 12. That means like 88% of the people. This is like the failure rate. This is horrific. It's what I'm out to change and help 100 million students around the world get an outcome by now working with people to say, hey, it doesn't have to be this way. And you know what I share with everyone, Liam, is that if you're an educator at any of the areas that we described, if you don't fix this, what we're talking about now, then you're going to be done. In the next 18 to 24 months, you're going to be out. And you know the reason why you're going to be out is because the people that do this well, they're going to rise to the top, and there's going to be measurements of student success that is going to value the worth of an educator or of a course. So the same way you have a Yelp rankings that I'm out to create the first Yelp rankings for online education based on success, student success. So this is how important this is. And you know, now dropping into client friction, let's talk about what this looks like so people really get it, and then you can actually investigate your business, right? We want you to have a student outcome. You're listening to Liam and I, we're on here for 25 minutes. So what's going to determine whether it was worth it or not? Is there something that you can actually take from what's time spending together and investigate your business and optimize something? That's all. And Dan Kennedy's An Imperfect Plan in Action is better than a perfect plan not in action. Just take something from this call and test it.